He is a successful businessman. He is somebody who has worked very hard to achieve that success, but that success has not made him less caring about this community. It's made him more caring about this community.
He has a great business mind. He's innovative, very, very focused, very driven. Just a great guy to know and a great guy to work for.
He seems to be very comfortable with the concept that if I'm focusing on serving others, success will come to me. And it really seems like that's what's happened with Dave Vorbeck.
David is the youngest child in a family of 3 children, 2 older sisters. His father is a German Catholic, and his mother was a Manhattan Jewish woman. And she was this big and he was this big, and it's always been kind of comical, I think, to him. So he comes from a background where there's a lot of diversity already at play. That made him a very, very open-minded person, but I think it was probably the drive to honor his dad that made him become more of an entrepreneurial type person. And he looks for ways to create something and generate something new where other people don't see anything. It looks like dead space or thin air.
I think what makes him successful is his vision. He has the ability to take a look at a situation and not only break it down into the steps, but also understand where he wants to be 5, 10, 15 years out in the future.
Well, I don't think Dave can be told no. And I don't mean that very respectful of him. Because if it's something that he thinks he wants to do and has a vision, he'll make it happen.
He is a natural optimist, and I think that he doesn't understand necessarily a lot of what most of us would see as boundaries.
He doesn't just take things and do them the standard way. He's always looking for a better way, a unique way.
Dave is many things. Primarily, he is a phenomenal investment person. But what means so much to me is Dave also is an educator. He is very careful to teach us what is happening, and he does it in a wonderful way.
He has an idea, probably has a plan, but he wants to hear your side or your position if we're talking about either from financial standpoint or from world politics. He's not all about him, and that makes it good.
I think when people first see him, they only see the competitive businessman person, but people who know him know that they can trust him, and he is very loyal. I think that he saw his dad very much as a hero in his life. His dad was 6'5", a Marine, a pilot, ran the volunteer firefighter group over at Purdue, and so he had some really big shoes to step into as his only son. And his father, unfortunately, died pretty young back in 1996, and since then, I have a feeling that in the back of his mind, he's probably still measuring himself up to his father, and I honestly think his dad would be really proud of him. I think he's doing a good job.
Bison in the Lafayette community, and we're developing it in all of our other 6 locations as well. It is basically an entity that is partnering with the community.
It's like wherever there is something happening, Bison Financial and Dave Vorbeck are there.
Doing things through Lafayette Urban Ministry, where we did taxes for low-income people, zoo run, fixing hot dogs and fixing, pancakes and sausage.
Yeah, I'll never forget, I started at Bison on a Friday, and early the next morning, on Saturday morning, I was flipping pancakes at the annual cancer walk over at Purdue.
You know, Dave is one of those special people that you're really blessed to have in your community. One of those guys that really understands what it means to be a part of a community, to be a good corporate partner, and how to take a business and the employees that are involved in business and really integrate that into the lifeblood of the community.
The presumption is that when somebody attains a certain level of success, that it's all about them. Dave Vorbeck, as he has gotten more successful, has given more.
One of the things that Dave has said over and over and over again, and I think it is stamped to my brain, is that a rising tide helps all boats. And so to be able to help the community means that you are helping your own business be able to succeed in the future.
Most recently, he and Tammy chaired the Blue Jean Ball Committee. The Blue Jean Ball is a fundraiser for the food bank, and it's in its 3rd year, and they have been the presenting sponsor for it and chaired the committee and made decisions about the event.
Dave's been a member of the board for, I'd say, 6 or 7 years, and he was elected president 3 years ago, served as president for 1 year. He's very active in our development committee efforts, which development, you know, is raising funds.
The Crystal Bison Award is an annual award that Bison Financial Group gives to a volunteer in the community.
Dave finds volunteers in this community that have gone above and beyond the norm. People that have taken on projects that without their focus and without their efforts and energy wouldn't happen. And he hosts an event every year that celebrates those folks and hands out awards to those folks, all on his own.
He's very happy to give out that award. I mean, he's very excited for it every year. That's all he really talks about at that time. It's Crystal Bison, like we go to dinner, Crystal Bison. He's so excited about it.
To watch him during that, you can tell how much it means to him.
And just based on his personality, I think if he could divide himself into 100 different people and roll up his sleeves and get busy and help where he thinks he could help, he would do that. So to be connected in that way to these people and to be able to carve out just a moment of time every year for them to get their due respect, I think it means a lot to him.
I think he's an icon, and an icon when it comes to volunteerism, to supporting nonprofits, and it's almost unbelievable what he does, because there's no one else in this community that has the depth of volunteerism and commitment, and he lives that.
I think if you talk to anyone in this community, I think what they would like to say to Dave is thank you for your partnership, your mentorship, and really thank you for your leadership.
I'm just really proud to have him as my dad. I mean, I don't know if you need to know this, but I was adopted and I couldn't have asked for a better father, and I'm really happy he's my dad.
He's a pretty special guy. He is very unique, and I hope that people across his lifetime get a chance to get some insight into who he is as a person, because he's a rare bird, and I think that we're all a lot better for knowing him.